Hello, sports fans. It's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. And today, as promised in a recent video where I laid out some of my projects that were coming up, we are going to we're going to play a Strat-O-Matic computer baseball game between my world champion 1991 Chicago White Sox team with the as-played stats against the 1996 Boston Red Sox. Now, in the past video, I said that I would be playing my White Sox against the best teams of different eras. Well, turns out I'm not really going to do that because I had some practice games, and it turns out that these 1991 World Champion White Sox were really not that good. So I'm just going to play them against we're going to do various series against the 1996 American League teams, and beginning with Boston. So, and as a reminder, the Chicago White Sox, the cards that these players are based off the actual stats from my 1991 World Championship season, because I sent the stats to Strat-O-Matic and had them made as personalized cards. So I have the personalized cards, and I simply entered them into the computer as new players, or custom players. So what we have is the 91 Championship White Sox, controlled by me, and the actual 96 American League Boston Red Sox, controlled by the computer. And it doesn't take a mathematician to figure out if this is the 91 White Sox and I'm playing the 96 American League teams, there may be some players on some of these teams that I would play that were also on my team, my 91 White Sox. And in that case, what we will do is we will at least not start the 96 team players that are also on my team. Now, that doesn't guarantee that Hal isn't going to put them in himself during the game, but at least we won't be starting them. And in the case of the 96 Red Sox, there were no one on the Red Sox, at least in the starting lineup and the starting pitcher, Clemens, that were on my team. And the starting pitcher for me is going to be Bud Black, so let's get started.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
And I will turn the sound down. I'm not going to turn it completely off. I've had people tell me that it's annoying, don't have the sound on, but I like the sound, so I will turn it down, though, so that it's not as annoying. And we are leading off with Alex Cole against Clemens. And it looks like he's going to pop up Devon. And Kirby Union Gap Puckett is up. And he's out. And Tim Wallach, the third baseman. And let's see what that gets me. Out. So we're gone in the first, and now Bud Black is pitching to the Red Sox, beginning with Jeff Fry, the second baseman. And he is injured and out 5 days, so I'm going to have to remember that. So they pinch ran Cordero for him. Not very good at stealing, so I'm not even going to watch him. And that was a sacrifice. And so now Big Mo Vaughn is up with a man at second and one out. And a great catch and a double play. So now I'm back up in the top of the second with Kevin Moss. And we're going to swing away because he had 65 home runs for me that year, and his card is littered with home runs. But right there, no. But he gets a single, so Dan Pask was up. And not in time. Beat it out. So now we've got 2 runners on with no outs, and Ron Karkovice, the catcher, up. That may be a double play. No, he beat the throw. 2 guys, I might add, not very fleet of foot guys, beat out 2 throws. And so now we have the bases loaded with no outs and Rance Mullenix up. Can't ask for much more than that. But he does hit into a double play. However, a run did score, and now there's a runner at third with 2 down and Ozzie Guillen up. And Guillen is going to pop out, and this was a very disappointing inning compared to what it could have been. But let's see how Buddy Black can do in trying to hold them down. Canseco is up. Jose Canseco. And he's out. Tim Naring. Who doesn't remember Tim Naring? And he's out, and that brings up Mike Stanley. And he lines out. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3 inning, and now Rene Gonzalez, the second baseman for my team, is up. He was all field and no hit, and he shows it right there. Alex Cole. Speedy Alex Cole. Didn't hit very well, though. And he is going to pop out. And then that brings up Kirby Union Gap Puckett. Did he rip it? No, he's out. Mike Greenwell, the Gator. Up against Buddy Black. That looks like it'll be a fly out. And Tim O'Leary, is that what it is? Troy O'Leary, yeah. Troy O'Leary's up, and he got a single. Darren Bragg up with O'Leary at first, and 1 out. And that's ball 4, so now 2 runners on with 1 out. Cordero up. And he hits to Guillen. That could be a double play, and it is. Tim Wallach leading off against Clemens, the Rocket Man. And he's out. And Kevin Moss. Yes, I'm going to swing away. Again, card littered with homers. He had 65 that year. And he got on. He's been on twice. And with Danny Pasqua up and 1 out. And he strikes out. And now Ron Karkovice, who beat out an infield hit somehow last time. Oh, he's out for 4 days. All right, well. All right, we're going to go John Russell at catcher. And Black dealing to Valentin here in the 4th. He hits a slow dribbler, and it's a hit. And now Mo Vaughn, Big Mo. Big Mo, gotta go to Mo's. And he walks him. So now Canseco's up with 2 on and no outs. And looks like he's going to bounce out. Not in time. An infield hit. What is it with all the infield hits? Tim Naring's up. Bases loaded. No outs. So that's 1 away. And now Mike Stanley. I'm going to play back definitely for the double play now. All right, strike 3. And now the Gator, Mike Greenwell. It hit him, so that's a tying run right there. Troy O'Leary. And let's hope that's a fly out. Looks like it will be. But Boston ties the score. It's 1-1. with Rance Mulliniks up against the Rocket. Ozzie Guillen using his managerial pitcher, but, you know, I like that. So he's out, and now that brings up Rene Gonzalez. And he is out. So now we're still tied at 1. Bottom of the 5th. Darren Bragg up. Ball 4. Black is walking a few too many people for my liking with Will Cordero up, who came in for the injured, who was it? Valentin, maybe? Cordero moves to second on a wild pitch, and Valentin's still up at the... No, not Valentin. Naring? I don't know. I forgot. So that's it. Alex Cole's up in a 1-1 game, top of the 6th, against Roger the Rocket Clemens. And that's strike 3. Kirby Union Gap Puckett is up. Looks like a base hit. Yes. Puckett got a hit. And now we got Tim Wallach up. And maybe a hit up the middle, maybe. No, double play. All right, so Black dealing to Mo Vaughn. And Mo Vaughn probably flying out to Puckett. And that brings up Canseco. And he strikes out. And now Tim Naring. Ball 4. Again, the walks are killing Black here. Well, I mean, they're not yet, but they're going to. You got to think they're eventually going to. Possibly a ground out to Wallach. Yep. So, Kevin Moss up. Yes, I'm swinging away. I mean, why not? He got on twice so far. And 3 times. And now Pasqua's up. They want no part of Moss. And he strikes out. John Russell, who came in for the injured Karkovice. And he strikes out. And now Rance Mulliniks. And Rance Mulliniks is, yeah, looks like a nice single double asterisk there. Ozzie Guillen, come on, Guillen, get a hit. And yeah, wild pitch. Well, I'll take that. And now they walk him to get to Gonzalez, but I am going to pinch hit for Gonzalez, which I really shouldn't do because he's my defensive second baseman, but I think I'm still going to go ahead and do that. Roger Clemens is a righty. Let's put in Mosby to pinch hit. And he gets maybe a hit? No, that was a massive bullet drive line out. All right, so we have to replace Mosby at second base with Ron Oster. Oh, all right. Forgot to say that he's going to be the second baseman. Now we have Black dealing to Greenwell in the 7th. And he looks like he's going to ground out. And Troy O'Leary is up. And no, he's going to pinch hit Reggie Jefferson. Reggie Jefferson. And it's a lefty on lefty, but I guess he knew what he was doing, because that's a serious hit right there. It could be a home run. No, he dropped it. It's an error. E8. Dropped by Pasqua. So, runner at second, 1 out with Darren Bragg up. And Darren Bragg may be flying out to right. And hopefully Pasqua doesn't drop that. And now Will Cordero. And he grounds to Moss. So, Chicago has a 2-1 lead here. Alex Cole leading off, and he is our leadoff hitter. And he strikes out. And Kirby Puckett is up. And he strikes out, and Tim Wallach is up. And he's going to get a hit. And now steps up the man who's been on base all day long, Kevin Moss. And he got out that time. So, Valentin leading off against Bud Black here in the bottom of the 8th. It's getting late for Boston. And he hits it to the gap. And maybe even a home run. Yep, home run. Tie game. And now Mo Vaughn's up. Boston ties it on a home run. And that should be a fly out. And it is. And Canseco's up. And he gets a base hit. Okay, with a righty up, I think I'm going to go to... I'm going to go to Eric Plunk. Eric Plunk coming on to pitch to Naring. And that's an out, and so now Canseco is up at second with Stanley up. And looks like that might be a fly out to Pasqua. And it is. And so now Dan Pasqua is up. Top of the 9th, tie game at 2. And there's an error. Nice. And that brings up Russell. Got to let him hit, unfortunately. Oh, nice. What's that, a walk? Yep, ball 4. That's a walk. And now Mullenix, man, he could get a hit and drive in. This dude could hit that year. Well, no, he's out. Ozzie Guillen. Ozzie Guillen with an out. And that's an out double play. All right, I'm going to leave Plunk out there, even though he's a righty who's an 8R pitching against Greenwell. Strike 3. Nice. And now Milt Kyler. Milt Kyler, I don't care if he's a lefty. He was a terrible hitter. He bounces out to... No. It was an out. It was an error. Darren Bragg's up with Kyler on. And he strikes out. And that's 2 out. And now Cordero up. And I'm surprised they didn't try to steal with Kyler, but they didn't. And now Ron Oster stepping in against the Rocket Man. And he hits a slow bouncer. Let me see if he can beat that out. Yes, he can. And now that brings up Alex Cole. I should have probably sacrificed, but I didn't. But Cole might have something there. That might be a home run by Alex Cole. I know it was dropped, but it was an error on the right fielder. But at least there's runners at second and third now with only 1 away. And the infield is coming in for Boston. And that's going to be a fly ball, which you got to believe would get at least a run in. 85%? Yeah. even do that. And so now Cole advances to third. Oster scored. We took a 3-2 lead. We have a man at third with only one out. The infield in and Tim Wallach up against Rocket Roger Clemens. And he strikes out, and now Moss is up. Let's see if they walk Moss. No, they don't. And he strikes out. So now I'm going to go see if I have a closer. Well, no, I'm not. Valentin's up. He's a righty, and Plunk is an 8R, so... That's going to be a pop-out. Now, with Vaughn up, I might do that. I am going to bring in Radinsky, who's a lefty who is a 2L. Oh, dang it. I accidentally put him in. I was thinking, oh, man, unbelievable. So now Radinsky's the second baseman. All right. You've seen that mess up there. So now I'm going to bring in Wayne Edwards to pitch. So we have Radinsky out at second, which is an interesting development. It was a mistake, but still very interesting. And now it looks like Vaughn may have gone deep, did he? Yes, he did. It's a tie game, and I have a pitcher at second base. Unbelievable. Because I was thinking it was a National League game and I should put him in at the pitcher spot. Don't see that very often. And now Tim Naring's up with 2 outs in a tie game, 3-3 in the 10th. It's an exciting game. Let's hope it doesn't come down to Radinsky having to drive in a run. Okay, let's see. Let me look at my bench. I don't probably have an infielder left, but... well, I guess right now we don't have to worry about it because we're up at the plate, and Radinsky's not close to being up. So Pask was up, and he drives the ball up the middle on a single. John Russell. John Russell is up, and he appears to be flying out. And that brings up Rance Mullenix. And he takes a ball 4 and Guillen's up. Well, I'll tell you what, if Guillen gets on, we are going to pinch hit for... No, it's caught. Oh, wait. That's only 2 outs. Yeah, Radinsky's up, so I am going to pinch hit for him. We're going to have to bring in somebody that doesn't play second, but at least it'll be an actual fielder. And this is going to be batting against Mahomes, who's a righty and a 3R. We're going to bring in Bergman, Dave Bergman, who is a lefty and a 1R. And he'll probably play second for me. And now he brings in Mike Maddox, who's a righty, who's an even righty. All right, well, I'll take that. Bergman is going to fly out. And yes, we have to go to the second base, and we're going to make Bergman the second baseman. I don't think I have anybody else that can play second. Actually, Puckett can. Or no, he plays short. Wallach doesn't. No, I just stick with that. So Bergman, I'm playing with a 5E71 at second, so let's hope nobody hits it to second base. Edwards still in pitching. Wayne Edwards. Fly ball by Stanley here in the bottom of the 11th. No, he got it. What happened there? 3 errors. Puckett with an error. Unbelievable. Greenwell's up. And that's going to drive in, probably drive in. No, runners at the corners, but now I got to bring the infield in. Yeah. Position defense. Bring infield in. Position defense. Well, it just said I don't know. I don't know why. It just said outfield, position outfield. That's all it said. What happened there? Maddox. Edwards wheels and fakes a throw to Moss. Greenwell dives back in. Now he's being waved to second to balk. We lose on a balk in the 11th inning. I mean, I guess we were going to lose anyway, but that was really wacky. All right, well, that was an interesting game there, but we did end up losing by the score of 4-3 in the 11th on a balk by Wayne Edwards. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, a reminder, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell once you subscribe, share it with others who might be interested. But for right now, it's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, signing off.